Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedasi Raghunathaye Nathaye Sitaya Patiye Namaha. So we are addressing a couple of topics, and today's topic is, when did Valmiki write Ramayana? So to know this question, we need a basic timeline. So Rama was born on Punarvasu Nakshatra of Chaitra Masa. At the age of 13, he gets married. When he is 25, he goes to the forest. And at 39, he is crowned the king of the entire world. And after some time, he sends Sita to the forest. When Sita was in the forest, she gave birth to Kusha and Lava. This is prior to the first Ashwamedha Yajna that Rama conducted, and it is after he was crowned the king. That is when Valmiki wrote this epic. So, this epic is basically split into two. One is the Purvakand, the other is the Uttarakand. The Purvakand has 6 cantos: Balakand, Ayodhyakand, Aranyakand, Kishkindakand, Sundarakand, and Yuddhakand. And Uttarakand is the epilogue, the addendum. The Purvakand describes all the events that have already happened, and the Uttarakand details the events that are going to happen. By the end of Yuddhakand, we get to see the coronation of Rama. So Rama was about 39 years old at that time. And then within a couple of verses, Valmiki describes Rama going back to the spiritual world. And so that is the end of Uttarakand as well. But in Uttarakand, he starts with the coronation of the Lord, and he ends with Rama and all the Ayodhyavasis, including his brothers, going back to the spiritual world. But when did Valmiki write this epic? The sage wrote this epic when Rama was on the throne and Kusha and Lava were in his ashram. And therefore, Valmiki saw the events that have already happened, and he was able to see 11,000 years into the future, and he wrote things that are going to happen. So after he wrote the complete 24,000 verses, which includes the Uttarakand, he taught the entire thing to Kusha and Lava, and they sang the Valmiki Ramayana in front of Lord Rama while he was conducting his first Ashwamedha Yajna. Valmiki had told Kusha and Lava to sing 20 chapters a day, and if you calculate till Yuddhakand, it comes to slightly more than 500 chapters. And by our rough calculation, it took Kusha and Lava approximately a month to finish off the Purvakand, that is from Balakand to Yuddhakand. It is then that he understood that Kusha and Lava are his own sons, and Valmiki brought in Mother Sita, and Mother Sita went into the earth, and Rama took care of Kusha and Lava. He continued to rule for 11,000 years, and after it was time for him to finish his avatar, he took everyone with him and went back to Ayodhya Dham. So this is the basic timeline. So there are many false conceptions that Valmiki wrote the epic in Satya Yuga. That is not true. He wrote it in Treta Yuga. As well as another huge misconception is that he wrote everything before it happened That is not true. He wrote few things that have already happened, and he wrote few things that are going to happen. And one of the proofs is that few things have already happened is that when Kusha and Lava sang Ramayana on the streets of Ayodhya, the people who listened to Kusha and Lava say that even though all these events have taken place so long ago, it looks as if it is happening right now. Because, that is the capacity of Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki's Ramayana is not to be read. It is not to be listened to. It is to be experienced. You can experience Ramayana. You can experience the journey of Lord Ram and Mother Sita when we read Valmiki Ramayana. And the people experienced those events when Kusha and Lava sang them. And therefore, this is the basic timeline as to when Valmiki wrote Ramayana. Thank you. Haribol.